You too far out of the shot?
Am I too far out of the shot? Maybe a little bit. Oh, I forgot to make a sign for this week.
Yeah,
oh well, we're live.
We are. All right. Welcome to Beery Traveler. My name is Ann. This is Sean.
It would have said hashtag count if I had a sign.
You would, but you don't. So. We got Andy Liechty with us tonight. He's going to perform a couple songs with us and taste some beers with us and some cocktails. Some on the fly cocktails.
I'm excited. Yeah, I created a day of, which I normally don't do, but
yeah, we did a little.
Yeah, we just decided to use up. We have a lot of liquor from the last 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah,
what year is this?
2020.
So we're talking like 9 months.
Piled up back there
and at my house. So we're going to use up some of it tonight and make some cocktails, hopefully with stuff you have around the house that you've been holding on to, hoarding, and haven't drunk yet during this pandemic.
You should see the stash we got.
The stash.
Yeah.
That was terrible. So that's what we're doing. Of course, if you watched the show before, you know the format, but we're going to start out tasting one of our beers this week.
Yeah. We're going to go a little weird. Usually we go for the lowest alcohol one first, but this week we're changing it up. We're going to do the sour one though first.
Might find the zipper.
Yeah. I'm having trouble with the zipper here.
Right? It's not as bad as when I got my whiskey balls stuck in that hole one time. And I literally had to say to the mic, guys, I'm sorry.
The beans of the Frank.
I have an opener.
Pop topper.
Because I brought my big ass kit this week.
There you go. So,
That's
that didn't
that's okay.
sound like it
It's
fizzed.
been well aged.
So, this is the Beneath the Moonlight. It's a barrel-aged sour ale with barrel-aged sour ale re-fermented with Norton grape juice. So this should be pretty interesting. I went up to this brewery over the summer. Me and George stopped in there. They're in Ellijay, Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah, I think that the fizz may be gone in this one.
You want me to taste it just to see if it's okay?
Should be. We'll give you this is your glass.
The Norton grape juice is antiviral, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a computer joke.
See, I was thinking Edward Norton.
Yeah.
And that's what I had stuck in the back of my head.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Good.
You want to participate on the flat beer? We'll start with flat beer first.
I mean, it smells like a sour. Like it's got that kind of off vinegary note on the nose, and very grapey, like Welch's-y.
It's interesting.
It's definitely flat.
You said, yeah. I wish it was carbonated so I could see what it was, but
That's you know, I can see super tiny bubbles in the glass. I'm sorry, man. That's the first time this has ever happened.
It's okay.
I mean, this would make a good syrup. You reduce it down, cook with it.
It happens more often as you get older.
yeah, just goes flat.
I thought I was ready.
All right.
I'll put that on the camera if you like.
Put it on the camera.
Right. So we'll put that
We'll put it on the camera.
right there in the camera. There we go. So you can see what we just had. And
Wish was
maybe you have one at home that was sealed better.
yeah.
Or not, but
Sorry, folks.
it's so disappointing because it's got like kind of a cranberry taste.
I could find something else in there real quick. Maybe have that Reformation mystery sour.
Well, because normally we sip and like talk to you about your music.
Okay.
This is,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. You want to dig something up? How did you get started in music, man? Like, what was like your first kind of musical performance or playing experience?
I started playing as a kid. I was always into music. I bought the cassette tapes off the TV. I would bug my parents to buy me the greatest hits compilations off the 1-800 numbers, and 6 to 8 weeks later they would arrive, and I would enjoy them. So that was like the Monkees, the Beatles, and Elvis.
Nice.
There you go.
Yeah. So
I
that
remember
was how it started.
And I distinctly remember that, and I was commenting a couple weeks ago that I remember that experience.
Yeah.
And it's so contrary to now, where I wouldn't pay like Ian a nickel to listen to his playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
And essentially, that's what we were doing: is we were paying $24.99 for a greatest hits compilation.
Yep.
Hoping it was good.
Yeah.
Like it's these 5 plus more.
You guys might be a little too young to remember the Columbia House rush.
Oh.
Columbia House is great. I think I still owe the money.
Yeah. Penny? Yeah, I got you, Penny.
Yeah.
What do you think I gotta keep buying stuff? You're crazy.
That's kind of like it is now. Like join for free.
Yeah.
30 days free Showtime. Yeah, but then
They'd send you
yeah,
one every month.
that model hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's
Nope.
it's just went digital.
Yeah.
I guess we could jump into the next beer.
Something that, I mean, yeah, if you like. Was guitar the first thing you played?
Yeah, guitar. I actually took a few piano lessons before I was able to get a guitar, and I immediately took to the guitar. I was wanted to be a drummer, and I recently have started playing drums again, which is kind of cool. So yeah,
Nice.
but always kind of wrote songs. Always messed around playing. Started getting serious about it in my early mid-20s. So I'm older than that now, much more experience.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't silence my phone. Oh, I'm a bad person.
You're terrible. We should take him out back and flog him. And blame him for this flat beer too.
Yeah.
No, he's
Well,
like,
might as well throw it all in there on you. All right, let's try another beer then.
and let me turn off my phone as we try. Man, that's
So there's a band from here in Georgia, the North Marietta, Kennesaw area called Driving and Crying.
Oh yeah.
You ever heard of them?
Yeah.
So,
You're kidding.
yeah, you're the only one who doesn't know about them. But they're one of their songs when I first moved to Georgia, I was like 14 or 15, and I remember hearing it wasn't this song, it was Honeysuckle Blue. You know, it's like it really is the song that really kind of reminds me of Georgia now is Honeysuckle Blue from Driving and Crying. This is a song that was I think on the same album, Straight to Hell.
Yeah.
And so that's what this beer is. It's the Driving and Crying Straight to Hell IPA. Unfiltered and hazy. They call it a session. It's a 5.5, so it's kind of pushing
that's up there.
that sessions level. Oh,
well, this one still has.
this one does have carbonation. So,
Who's the brewery on this one?
Burnt Hickory. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Burnt Hickory Brewery in Kennesaw.
Yeah. Okay.
So many breweries now.
Yeah, it's great.
Popping up
Gives
all
us
over.
stuff to do. That's for
That's
you
true.
there.
Nice.
We like to show off our beer.
Good. Looks pretty. There's a little bit of haze. Not much, but a little bit. Fine little champagne bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
Thank you, sir. Put that on camera.
So we'll see. So let's take us straight to hell.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Definitely some grapefruit right off the nose.
It's pretty mild nose though.
Yeah.
I'm fairly mild on the palate. Like it. Oh, and then it hits. It's a creeper.
Pretty bitter too.
Mm.
It's got some bitterness. So
Once
like,
it sets in,
yeah,
that's
like it's got like that grapefruit on the nose and then like grapefruit rind on the palate.
I was going to say pine sol.
Yeah.
Grapefruit rind is a better way to describe that.
This one almost would have been better named Honeysuckle
Yeah,
Blue
maybe.
instead of Straight to Hell.
Marketing department.
Yeah.
Interesting
Everybody
choice.
knows.
People love hell.
And I'm sure there's probably another Driving and Crying song that might be more appropriate. But
Yeah.
Going down to Georgia, straight to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all thematic. That's kind of play to your audience.
But yeah, and for a 5.5, this is definitely full flavor.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no, this really starts grabbing at your tongue.
Mhm.
A couple of sips in. Whew. Man.
Get you by the boo boo.
Thank you for that.
Yes.
I mean, so
Andy, are you working on anything right now?
I am. Yeah.
Sorry.
We got some recordings in the works. They'll come out probably next year at some point. We're probably 80% finished with that. But getting back into the playing out from the being shut down pandemic.
Yep.
I host a couple open mic nights every week. Those are pretty fun. I've got Tuesday nights in Hamilton Mill at a place called Famous Joe's, and Thursday at a place called Dylan's in Lawrenceville.
Okay.
A lot of good musicians. It's really cathartic to see live music again after a couple months off. So that's been good.
Really, all you can see now is the guys that are like the little guys that really play for almost nothing because for a big band to come out, it costs them the gas to travel, and they need to play in front of a couple hundred people.
Yeah, and you can space out at some of these places too, which is safe. And the open mic nights have been interesting to try to ease back into and be safe with. So we've got some protocols in place to keep everybody distant, and everybody's got to bring a microphone now. Nobody can share instruments, that kind of thing. So we're navigating this new world.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hadn't really thought of the. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it definitely talks about how dirty mics are. Just in the past.
Yep.
But never really. Yeah, of course, you can't do that on open mic night.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's but it's been good. Like, we've had really good responses to it, and a lot of really good people coming out, and it's nice to see. Cool. There's still a lot of people hanging out, being safe, and there's like, it's cool to see what people have done with the live streams and the the virtual concerts and things like that. Like, people have definitely showed their resourcefulness this time. So
it's been cool for us.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly,
we ventured out a little bit.
We both work at the same restaurant, so like, he's better going out to see music, but I'm a bartender, so normally I'm working.
Yeah.
All the times the bands are playing.
Yeah.
So it's been cool to like, oh shit, I knew there's a lot of music in Atlanta, but damn,
we're seeing
Atlanta. There's a ton.
Yeah.
There's a ton, and there's like a ton of little sub scenes. Like, there's like, I live in Duluth, Gwinnett County. There's a scene out there. There's a scene up here in Marietta, Woodstock, that area. A lot of stuff around.
Oh, dude, one of the bands I was a fan of in college, I just found out their frontman has another band. They're from Atlanta. He just started another band. Like, someone else like hooked us up with them, and I was like, oh yeah, I used to be a Sound Drive Sector 9. I was like, oh man, I still have your sticker on my skateboard.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember them.
Yeah. I know. I just like it was one of those. A lot of times, like, oh yeah, we were in this band in the '90s. I'm like, okay. I mean, not that that's bad, but
yeah,
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Like, no, I actually heard of you guys. I don't know. That was a magic moment. So I'm not from Atlanta either.
Yeah.
I'm from Phoenix.
Okay.
So it's rare that kind of transition happens.
Yeah.
Out of any like they were touring, but I wouldn't say that they hit it big. They hit moderate success.
But they were big in a certain scene.
For sure.
They were huge in a certain scene. So yeah.
I think we're ready for another beer.
I think we are going to do another beer.
All right, awesome. I didn't change the name on the cameras on Zoom. I'm so sorry. I was obsessed with the fact that I can hear a little bit of feedback in the video, and I kept thinking about grabbing stuff. All right, you describe that. Let me step off real quick.
All right, so we've got Ironmonger Brewing Company. Their Hello Holly. So we scooped up the last of what they had, I think, when we were at their brewery. We did a show at their brewery, so we wanted to let it sit for a minute and then drink it. This is an imperial milk stout with marshmallow, coconut, and lactose. So I would imagine this is going to be kind of chewy and almost sweet in flavor. Let me give you a little more. This is a big one. This one is 9% alcohol.
Ooh.
So this one is going to be fairly cold. Right over there.
Oh no, there's actually a real big echo on the live stream, so I was trying to fix that real quick.
Oh yeah, you want to look. So this is the Hello Holly from Ironmonger. It seems to have a ode to The Office on the can.
Oh, for sure. Or is it? Oh yeah.
Scranton, PA, Dunler, Mifflin. I'm not that familiar with the show, so I don't catch any reference that's with that. Does anybody watch the show, The Office?
I've seen it, but I'm not obsessed with it.
I liked it for a bit.
Yeah, I've seen a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Never really got into it.
It's,
This beer,
it's really hard to rename.
it's got some like sweet notes on there,
Well, honestly, I'm just trying to
Notes.
find another way to turn off that speaker because it's
driving you nuts.
driving me nuts, and apparently it's quite audible on Facebook.
How's that? No, not very good at all.
Terrible. It's terrible.
Just awful.
No. Come on, come back up. Come back up. No. Oh no, I'm just gonna break it.
Yeah. We're gonna break it.
What a bummer. We can keep talking. I'm so sorry.
Just keep talking. We're yeah.
Just talk
So
amongst
this beer is-
yourselves.
So got some sweet notes on there. Definitely that marshmallow.
It's like a dessert.
Yeah.
That is quite
You
sweet.
feel the lactose kind
Mhm.
of like running down the sides of your tongue.
And it's almost. It's not maple syrup. It's
like marshmallow fluff.
yeah. I was gonna say s'mores. So yeah, but yeah,
Mhm.
like that's got that marshmallow.
And like a little graham crackery in there as well.
Man, that's nice.
Mhm.
Well, we bought this
For a few months, yeah.
I mean, I mean, they even said like you can let this sit for a while and it'll be great. And they're right.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's on the sweet side, but oh my gosh, that's good.
It'll get you drunk. 9%. So
Okay with that.
So Andy, tell us what song you're gonna sing for us.
Oh, that's a good question. I have to figure one out.
That's cool.
Let's see. I'm gonna do. Let's see. What song will I do? I'll do a song called Texas. It's a sort of my take on what I think a pop country song would sound like, being somebody who doesn't really listen to pop country. So it's just to prove to myself that I could write a country hit.
Okay.
Interesting.
So
All right.
that's
Yeah,
It's a good challenge.
yeah. That's so that's it. Yeah.
Rock on.
Shall I play it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, do you have a pair of headphones I can plug into that? Try to.
I probably do.
All right. Well, let's BS for like 1 minute.
Cool.
So we talked about your origins. We talked about piano.
Yeah.
So you're getting back into drums.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just bought a drum kit,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, it's awesome. I love it. Actually, like when we were shut down for the pandemic, I picked up the fiddle, started playing some fiddle.
I feel like that's a more involved process than I picked it up. Like, had you any experience with fiddle?
Yeah, I played a little bit in high school, but never very good. So I kind of remembered like some bowing technique and some, fundamentals. And but yeah, it's been great. I'm no master at it, but I can pick out a tune.
Cool.
So yeah, that and drums.
Nice. I mean, that's a full band.
Yeah. I need to clone me.
Wow, that's what looping pedals are for, right?
Yeah, I should get one of those.
I never know how they work. I've only just seen them work.
Me either.
Finally, the
Nice.
echo is gone. Our apologies for the constant echo during the beer tasting portion.
Ooh.
But for liquor and music, it'll sound fantastic.
We're gonna be great.
So, you know
They'll
what?
watch. Nobody can hear us though, right?
Somebody will say.
We're getting notes. We can't hear you.
Time's
hear
not
you.
said if you can hear us, but
Our green light's coming on, so we're good. The one that says Zoom user still.
all right, let's go for it.
This is my first experience with Zoom, even though I technically haven't done anything with it.
You would think it's our first experience.
I'm on Zoom. How about that?
I watch too much Scrubs.
I thought that was like a Mazda commercial.
Is that the one where they jump up? No, that's Toyota.
Maybe. I just remember the zoom, 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 like the
Yeah,
song
no,
from the Mazda commercial.
you're right. Oh my god, we're old.
It was the, oh no, that was Volkswagen. Die, die, die. That one.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I do like that one. I actually like that one.
Trio, I think, was that band.
Yes.
German band. Should I play a song?
Yeah.
Go for it. I'm
Nice.
like, unless you want to talk about Trio, because
Play
I
some
downloaded
Trio.
that whole album after that commercial came out.
This is a song about Texas. Talk without you here and stuff now that you're gone. Sit inside my room and pull my words into this song. I know you had to go, couldn't find the heart to stay. Head on down the road, you gotta make it your own way. But it's never the right time for us here in this life. Maybe give me a call, maybe stop on by sometime. Maybe by then you'll find a way to change your mind. Maybe you'll reach Texas and turn that car around. Maybe that's how this whole thing goes down. Maybe, but I don't think it is. They say you got to Houston, now they say you're doing fine. They say I hardly ever come across your mind. They say that I should move on, that I should get on out of the way. Oh, but who are they to say anyway? Oh, it's never the right time for us here in this life. Maybe give me a call, maybe stop on by sometime. Maybe by then you'll find a way to change your mind. Maybe you'll reach Texas and turn that car around. Maybe that's how this whole thing goes down. Maybe, but I don't think it is. Thank you guys.
That
Country pop.
well, no, that's funny. That nails like that does sound like a
Oh.
80 country song.
Yeah, that was the goal. Mission accomplished.
For sure. I like that, man. That was
Yeah.
that was
Yeah, a buddy of mine. There was a guy that we liked. I think it's Jamie Johnson, and he wrote a song called "Honky Tonk Badonkadonk," which
Oh yeah.
we felt like kind of ruined his country cred a little bit. And I was like, well, he probably just sat down and was like, I'm gonna write a hit country song, and that's what inspired that.
It's like
there's nothing wrong with that.
that's like
Yeah.
Miley Cyrus's dad.
Billy Ray.
Ray,
Oh,
yeah.
the achy breaky heart. Oh.
It's funny that came up because Miley came up in the last radio thing that I did. So streak intact.
When I think of Miley Cyrus, I think of wow, she's still alive.
She's actually really good.
Yeah.
Now, she kind of is taking the grunge torch and running with it a little bit. She sang at this Chris Cornell tribute, and it was cool.
Really?
Yeah, she's good. She's actually really good.
Does she sing the old Hannah Montana stuff?
That's a good question. I don't follow her that closely, so I'm more of a fan of her father.
I mean, there's a thing to that where it's kind of like the same idea like with Hollywood, I guess she would be a Hollywood kid, but actors
Yeah.
given enough time and training, you will eventually be good at something
Yeah.
performing wise. Like if you have at least
It's
a
in
little
your
bit
face.
of talent, like yeah,
She's got some grit about her though, which is I think what I like. Like she's not super polished.
Wait, I mean,
That's what to me makes her legit. Is like a pop.
I look at her as like a Courtney Love with talent.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's and for better or worse, whether or not it's really her fault for her, how she was brought up, but
Yeah.
she had a rough start. That wasn't. I mean, it was. I guess that Hannah Montana you can call like cute, but it was dark. You could tell it was dark because the way it.
Yeah.
The shift. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
I
I
need
mean,
to actually watch the Hannah Montana show as much as this seems to come up in my life.
I maybe saw like
Was
one
that
episode
like
accidentally.
The Party in the USA song she had
Yeah.
was like the.
Yeah.
The modern day.
I just know that Weird Al covered it. I know that song better. Party in the CIA.
I think of it as like the modern day Born in the USA, possibly.
Yeah.
You think it'll have that kind of that staying power?
No.
Oh, okay.
I don't, but
So when you say it was the modern one, it was like, well, this is what we
I
got.
think it's an American theme.
Sure. All
Probably
right.
adopted by I guess Obama might have been president then, so maybe he could use that as like his
Obama? Or was it W? It might have been W.
God, that came out when I was in Wisconsin. Oh, no, Michigan. So no, Obama was president then
Okay.
already. It was like
yeah,
first or second
it had to
year.
have been Obama. I mean Obama was president for 8 years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
It must be cocktail o'clock.
It is.
We're talking about
presidents.
politics and presidents. Like, oh God, no.
Who'd want to talk about that?
No, sir. All right, so I think we're going to start with what I have on camera, which are our one of our liquors this week that Ian was like, well, I have this and this, so we're going to start.
You have to eat the worm, though.
No, with mezcal.
They're really
And,
a worm in there.
So a lot of mezcal cocktails I've worked with. Give me the tall glasses, please. It's usually it's trying to work usually against a lot of the smokiness, and that's unfortunate because that's what mezcal is. But a lot of people find it offensive, and
A lot of people find me offensive.
right, me right here. You're looking at one. I don't like you. Or I'm sorry, he doesn't like. I don't like you either. But so I decided to kind of embrace it a little bit more this week, and kind of play off of it rather than try to play against it. So we're gonna do a cocktail.
Almost made it in glass.
That would have been awesome. Of mezcal, if you saw the ingredients on the camera earlier, drambuie, kind of going off a rusty nail, but not quite. Campari, and some soda water. So we're going to start with our mezcal. We'll do like... Awesome.
Nah.
We're going to do it like an ounce and a smidge. So you can call it like an ounce and a quarter if you want. But
A smidge. We'll call it a smidge.
call it a smidge. If you watch any trolls on
It's a
Netflix...
smidge.
That's well, if you don't, then this is a totally just babbling explanation. But there's a tiny troll character named Smidge. She's also in the movie. That is my favorite because she just goes, "Oh my god, oh my god," and yeah, that makes me laugh every time. Even now, Smidge, man. All right, so get about that's essentially like an ounce and a quarter of our mezcal. We're gonna do half an ounce of Campari, that bitter Italian liqueur.
Ooh, that's two of them there.
Oops, sorry. Didn't think I was.
You're getting a little hefty with the Campari over here.
That can be mine. I'll take the middle one.
You got it.
I'll be the Buddha of this cocktail experiment. Take the middle way. And we're doing a half ounce of Drambuie.
Which is?
Drambuie is a cognac-based liqueur, but I actually forgot what the other part of it is. Oh, it is Scotch.
Sorry.
No, it's one of those like I remember it being so obvious, like because you do a Drambuie
Yeah.
with Scotch, or sorry, Rusty Nail with Scotch.
It's got aromatic herbs and
Right, a little bit of honey.
Yeah,
Honey.
added to it.
Some honey in there, and so we're going to top it with soda water. And not spread it all over the expensive audio equipment sitting right in front of me.
Yeah.
Because I think that would make everyone sad,
Yeah.
actually.
We didn't even get through a full show.
Right? just pack it back in those Amazon boxes and be like, guys, I don't know what happened.
this.
It was raining, I guess. And I'm going to put a little orange twist on top because,
Raining club soda. And
you know what, let's go. Yeah, there we go.
kind of Negroni, but with mezcal.
I mean, sort of, except we didn't use the vermouth.
The vermouth either. But you use kind of the Drambuie as the vermouth.
I suppose. So it's what's the it's like a spritz.
Yeah.
But Campari said, well, I mean, honestly, we're fudging a lot of numbers here.
It's his own drink. It's his original drink.
Oh, you know what? I'll give that just a little stir there. Perfect. There we go. And that's what it looks like right yonder.
It looks like it would be sweet, but I'm feeling it won't be.
Honestly, there's a hint of bitter.
Yeah. It's refreshing.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really good at what I do.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice.
That's a poolside cocktail right there.
I still get the smokiness. I still get the bits and the bobs. Sorry, there's a bunch of texts about the video. Hopefully you can hear us.
Are they saying that we can't hear us now?
Someone was.
Are we? Failures.
Huh.
We're good?
I think we're okay.
Okay.
I think
we are.
Let's see how, because it was, honestly, I heard it buzz, but I wasn't really paying attention. So there's like 7 messages. And the first one was about the audio, which I think we fixed.
I think the last one was pick up milk on the way home.
No, there's like a gallon. There's still another 3/4 of a gallon. Anyway, I like this cocktail.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one more sip and then we'll move on to the next one. Man. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So the other liquor that Ian said that we had a lot of extra of was gin. So we're going to go move over to gin. And you know what? I'll put the last cocktail. There we go.
Up in the light.
Pretty. Look at that. That's so cute. So we're going to do a little bit of a gin. Ian made of bitters. That was the part of the inspiration behind this. So we're going to use his bitters.
This one's interesting.
Oh, I'm sorry,
This one came out I did get the flavors I was looking for, I think, with it eventually. Just took a long time. So this bitters I made with, it's a wild rice bitters. And I made it. So first I did a little bit of nutmeg, green onion, sage, and wild rice. And I let that sit on the Nikolai, which is a 190 proof spirit. And that sat for about a week in the fridge. And then I strained all that out, and then I let it sit on wild rice, just wild rice, for about another month. And I just pulled it off today. So it's ready to breathe
Right.
and ready to shine.
Speaking of shine, I don't have a really good segue for that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm making 2 right now. So the one shot, one cocktail ratios would be about 2 dashes of wild rice bitters. So if you, as you just described how to make that, if you're using a stopper, it's about a half or a third of a stopper. Just basically give it a good squeeze, let it fill up. That would be about 2 dashes, and about a half ounce of Coca Americano, quarter ounce of lemon juice, and we're going to do 2 ounces of gin.
This could be like martini.
I mean, it's a cocktail,
Mm-hmm.
but yes.
Just going to do 2 split 3 ways. I think would be good.
Yeah, that actually is probably smarter than just making 3 full ones. But
We call we're calling the reservoir for this one.
I need to make it like a cocktail called a reservoir dog at this point.
Yeah.
Because we use these glasses so much. And I have a hard time shaking gin cocktails, which is why I'm stirring it right now. Some gin people are like, yeah, you gotta shake it. I don't like shaking gin. It bruises it. I don't think it's necessary, but that's just where I'm at.
Is it necessary to drink my own urine? No, I do it for the taste. It keeps me sterile.
I have the last glass. Thank you, sir. All right. So I actually don't have names for either of these cocktails, but
Cheers.
cheers.
Not by the hair of my ginny gin gin.
You just call it Chinny Gin Gin.
Mm-hmm. It's got a little bite to it.
Oh, that is smooth right
Yeah.
now. Oh, and then there's the bitters.
It's
Right
almost
in the end. Sorry.
Yeah.
That is funky.
Yeah, what really, the reason why I took it off the other stuff is because I felt like the green onion was like really overtaking it.
And this isn't the green onion one. This is just the wild rice, right?
Well, this is wild. This started with a week's worth of the green onion, sage, nutmeg,
Okay,
and
so
wild rice.
Okay.
I just took it off, all that stuff, and then took that already infused and just set it on regular wild rice for another month, which I think mellowed it out a good bit and gave it that kind of log cabin-ish effect to it.
Well, there's like it's just So I tasted the bitters by itself before we use it in the cocktail, and I mean honestly, it tastes like a liquor, that kind of earthiness you get from like if you make like a pot of wild rice.
Yeah.
And it's in there. It's faint on the top until like I'm 10 seconds after actually taking a sip. It just kind of comes in. That's that's cool. It's a thinking person's cocktail for sure. Let's sit there and go, oh, yeah, I can taste.
You want to try the bitters by itself?
I think I taste them in here.
Yeah?
Actually, like
Yeah.
I feel the rice.
Yeah,
That's wild.
it is.
My goodness.
Fit
Yep.
right in with that one.
Yep.
Damn it, Bobby.
All right. Well, do you have one more song for
Yeah,
us?
Let's do it.
I do.
All right, I'm gonna make sure I mute this guy.
Yeah, can't talk too much.
What is it? Election week?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's
Month.
we'll see how long it goes. Here's my one political song, which is a couple years old, and it's just about what was the division in our society then, which wasn't near as extreme as it is now. So it's called a Mad Mad World. It's a mad world. Nothing is good to me. It's a sad world. Ain't even nothing on TV. People talk. Ain't saying nothing at all. Just wanna fight. Don't think they get the point at all. Cause it's good for me, don't make it good for you. But you know, it ain't that bad. We would all be better off in a world that ain't gone mad. A world that ain't gone mad. Folks wanna sit around, judge people on their views. There's a whole lot of smart folks, smarter than you. Cause it's good for me, don't make it good for you. But you know, it ain't that bad. And we would all be better off in a world that ain't gone mad. A world that ain't gone mad. Cause it's good for me, don't make it good for you. But you know, it ain't that bad. We would all be better off in a world that ain't gone mad. A world that ain't gone mad. A world that ain't gone mad. Yeah. Thank you guys.
That was awesome. Yeah,
Thank you.
I really like that. That's
It was my
Oh, yeah,
modern,
let's talk about
modern folk song.
Yeah, that was very Bob Dylan.
I was trying to remind who that reminded me of. Yeah, dude, that was. You recorded that for your new album, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do have that one. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because that's fun. I really like that.
Thank you. Yeah, we should have put it out while it was relevant. It may not be relevant when it comes out. Hopefully not.
Oh man, sorry. I just tried to switch my camera view back and. Well, I gone done
Messed it up.
done stupid.
All right, well, I'll mute that one too. There we go. All right, that's already the show.
Yeah, we went fast tonight.
What do we have?
That doesn't happen a lot either.
We're like 10 minutes early.
Yeah. But it's time for shameless plugs.
Shameless plugs. Shameless plugs.
Yes. That's your porno name.
Huh.
With this mustache. Yeah.
Seamus plugs.
You always said pugs. I like
Yeah.
that.
That's the bestiality versions.
All right, yeah, that's post-show talk right there.
It's now time.
Maybe it is time.
It's now
Andy,
time.
would you like to plug places to find you and to listen to your stuff and maybe bother you virtually?
Yeah. So
All
you
the
can
chicks
find
are
me.
finding you after this.
You can find me on the Facebook, Andy Liechty, Liechty. I before E. Apparently, there's a rule. I'm on Instagram. That's Andy is a monkey, MONKEE, like the monkeys.
Hey, hey.
Hey, throwback. That's where you can find me virtually. In IRL, you can find me at Famous Joe's in Hamilton Mill on Tuesday nights from 7 to 10. And Thursday nights, I'm at Dylan's in Lawrenceville from 8 to 11. Every week, rain or shine.
All right. Sean's got some stuff as well.
I have a note card.
You got a
because
card.
Nice.
We got a speech prepared.
Right. Well, first of all, thank anyone who's watching now as we stream live or later on because you've got other things to do on a Friday stuck at home during a pandemic. But if you're watching this on YouTube later on because you're not a Facebook person or somewhere else on our Patreon, thank you. But also be sure to like and share and follow and subscribe and do all those things that make us know that you like us because we need I need validation.
We need to know that you like
Don't
us.
we all?
For the love of God. But if you're watching us on something other than Facebook, where you can find us on fb.me/Beery Traveler. On Instagram, we're _Beery_Traveler. On Twitter, we're Beery_Traveler. Just nix out the. On Patreon, we're patreon.com/Beery Traveler. Thank you, Ty, our director, for helping us as always, setting up our cameras, giving us feedback, telling us when we're doing great and when we need to improve because we want to keep improving and keep making the show better. Thank you, Andy, for coming on the show. We really
Thank you guys for having me.
Absolutely.
It's a ball.
Because we can't, Ian can't sing.
You don't want that. You do not want that.
He can drink,
Yes.
and that's almost as
We're
important.
bringing it. Yes.
Right?
Almost.
I think that's all the things I'm supposed to mention.
Yeah. I
Oh,
can travel too, though. I go places, and I'm going to go to Charlotte tomorrow.
Excellent. It's a future show.
So
Charlotte
we're going
beer.
to have some Charlotte beer
We'll have
next
that
week.
for Voltage Head for next week.
Maybe some Greenville. along the
Before
way.
you do the official sign off, sorry. Thank you, Trusted Girl, for being a Patreon subscriber.
Yes. All right. Well, hey, till next week. We're looking for good times and great beers. Thank you again, Andy, for coming on and hanging out with us.
Thank you guys.
We'll see you next Friday.
Cheers.